up, everybody? BCON here from Malice Corp, coming to you live to preach on Preacher. This is Season 2, Episode 4, Viktor. And with me, as always, is the lovely SuperWhovianFreak.
What is up, everyone? Man, it's late.
It is so late. We have Jack Malice running the production on this show tonight. So we're going to just be jumping right in and just talk about the things that we really enjoyed about this particular episode. And hopefully we'll have a guest appearance sometime in this next 20 minutes or so. One thing I've got to tell you all is, so I went on vacation over the weekend, and I can't hear out of my left ear. So I feel like Donnie in season 1, like I put my head in the trunk and then fired the gun. So I can't like hear out of this side of my ear.
That's brutal.
So Genesis won't work on me tonight. So
yeah, it didn't work on quite a few people, or at least it didn't work on one guy.
On the torturer.
Yeah,
wearing the headphones, listening to peppy dance music.
It was Pat, right? That was the name, Pat the torturer.
Ben or Pat, I don't. Yeah, something like that. He gave Jesse a run for his money. That's for sure. That's for sure. He had a mean right cross. I'll tell you what. That dude can hit.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, so lots to talk about, though, in this episode. I do feel like we finally slowed down a bit because those first 3 episodes were a wild ride. This one definitely put on the brakes a little bit as far as action goes, but tons and tons of subplots. So that was a lot of fun. Obviously, we got to see more of Eugene in hell.
Finally.
We got to, right? And then we got to see, like, what the hell is Hitler up to? What is Eugene up to with Hitler? What's that like relationship thing going on like? What's up with Eugene's little holodeck hell simulator?
Yeah.
You know, needed a bulb changed or something.
It's a twist, definitely. Eugene in hell. I mean, when you see his flashbacks, Eugene wasn't a super bad guy. You look at him, you don't think, oh yeah, that guy's going to hell. But
yeah, the warden lady makes that comment too.
Yeah,
like, you seem like a really nice guy.
And now that he's in hell and essentially trying to stage a prison break, I'm assuming, because his ward is defunct. Now, in order to either escape hell or fit into hell, now he has to be this bad guy that he never was, and he doesn't know how to do that. And Hitler's the nice guy.
Yeah, how crazy and effed up is this world that Hitler is the nice dude in hell? I do love the comment though that the warden makes to Eugene when she's talking about him. She's like, "I've been looking at your vision, and you seem like a really nice, honest, loyal young man." And then she goes, "That's not going to fly here. Like, this is hell. Act accordingly."
Yeah, like, I was expecting a line like, "How did you end up here? Like, you don't fit here." Like, and it's literally shape up, act like a scum of the earth human being, or
you're going in the hole.
Or you're going in the hole.
Yeah,
I mean, nice guys really do finish last in hell.
I guess so. Hey, and with us, like I told you all, we would have a special guest. Our special guest this evening is Mr. Mest 5150.
Hello.
Hello.
He's got a scowl going.
And Mest is the super preacher nerd. So, I mean, I dress up like preacher, but he's got the mind of preacher. Like, he can channel.
Say I have the mind of preacher, but I
Well, I'm just saying you can channel preacher, having read the paperbacks like numerous times.
Yeah, it was the comic that when people came to me and said comic books are stupid, they're for kids, I went, here, read this. And then they would come back to me and go, what else is there to read? So
right. We were just talking about Eugene in hell and the wonderful line that the warden gives about this is hell, act accordingly, and kind of his trying to fit into hell. Just how awkward that is.
It's a very interesting turn. People that I was ranting a little bit about, because I haven't gotten to get on here with you guys and talk about this stuff, but when I saw Eugene's hell in the last episode, I was a little perturbed because it was a completely different rendition of the character than what's in the comics. I understand the whole factor of time being a different factor and era and stuff like that, but the original comics, the reason that Eugene shoots himself is he idolizes Kurt Cobain, and him and his best friend basically are stoner, loser, just nobody likes them, complete waste of space teenagers type of thing. And when Kurt kills himself, his best friend talks them into like, we have to kill ourselves too. It's just the way to, we have to rise to the occasion of Kurt. And then I see Eugene's hell, where he's like this nice kid, still a pushover, but really nice, all about like, oh, what would God think and stuff. And I'm like, that's not Eugene. What the
Well, we're gonna definitely explore that topic a little bit more in the coming days or weeks. I definitely want to get a separate call, a separate show just to talk the differences between the graphic novels, the comics, and the actual TV show, because that we could talk well over an hour just on that subject alone. But what was let's start with SuperWhovianFreak. What was your favorite moment tonight?
Mine was when they were in the casting studio and they're trying to get that guy to give up where they're looking for, and he's like, no, I got this Cuban guy, and he's like, okay, well, what show is it? Oh, it's Game of Thrones. It's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. I can't tell you the character, he hasn't been written yet. It could be recurring, it could not be recurring. I mean, that was just hilarious. And then the line of, no, we're not made of money, but it's HBO. Well, hell, even Dinklage buys business. Come on, like, get with it.
Yes, that was an amazing little interaction with we finally, so the thing that we missed so much last week was the humor of Cassidy, and we got it right back in this week with scenes like that right there. With just how he just played what was the guy's name was Teddy Gunn. Teddy
Gunn, right? Yeah. Oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
funny.
The New York the New York and Jewish Asian agent.
Yes.
Yes.
It was just hilarious. And the whole one of my favorite parts, I'll just tie right on to what you said because it has to do with the God actor, was the whole Katrina commercials.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Hey, serious note, that was a rough time in this country on a serious note. But these commercials were hilarious. Like the dude that's coming over and like the actor that's playing the God actor is laying there homeless and the guy's pissing all over him.
Like that was just, I can't even remember what they were trying to, was it to address the homelessness? I don't even remember, but that was, it was so weird, but it was so funny.
Yeah, it was so weird infomercial of the, I'm not homeless. This guy's not homeless. None of us are homeless. We're all paid actors. And
right.
Well, Freddie Muniz can't get any other acting job
right.
Nope.
There you go.
No Malcolm.
Oh man, what about you, Mess? What was your favorite moment from this evening?
Honestly, the last few minutes, the fight when he put the earbuds in and couldn't hear Jesse. The enormity of the soundtrack that's being used for this season is.
It was playing.
What
was it playing? Uptown Girl. Yeah, Uptown Girl.
Uptown Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, but every song that they've used this season has been. One has to be freaking expensive because they're all really good songs that they go out and use. But just the whole that playing while they're having a good knockout brawl.
Yes.
I
Not what you expect, yeah.
And like I mentioned at the start of the show, that dude had a punch, dude.
Yeah, he did.
That dude had a killer right cross, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole scene
though. Some bad guys and other stuff, so he's pretty plays that burly kind of.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, Matt couldn't join us. The beard was absent this week. He will be back next week, so don't worry. Don't be in fear. The beard will return. And you'll actually have all three of us plus Big Papa Matt next week. So it'll be a full cast as we get full swing into mid-season, actually, for this show. So
I think next week's
now that I'm fully caught up,
an interesting episode.
Yes.
There was no religious cult tonight. They completely just.
We had no Agent Featherstone did not make her appearance.
Featherstone didn't make her appearance, but you saw.
Did I miss something? Was there a little brief flash over to them, or?
Well, no, you saw. I can't remember the black character's name. But you saw him.
Was the one that plays Malcolm Barrett? You mean?
Hoover?
Oh, I missed him. Where was he? I missed him. Did you see him
for a second?
That might have just been in the flashbacks at the very beginning.
Was it the flashbacks? I thought that they were staking out the house.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they did. You're right, because they had the dude flipping the sign.
Right. Okay.
So you saw him for a little bit. They're watching.
So I forgot about that.
Which is great. Total incognito for the Grail is they got sign flipper guys staking them out.
But I guess with the name, Viktor, you kind of had to assume that they were going to be delving into that and why Tulip just disappeared,
Yeah.
And
we find out that she's married to the dude, which is that was the big twist at the end.
Bad choice of men, dude. I mean,
Jesse was a good one. Come on.
I know. I mean,
something was hinted at the last episode between the two of them.
I figured they had history, but I didn't think it was going to be that they were married. I figured she had betrayed them in some way, and especially the way she was acting.
He was questioning why is she with that guy, and what are you guys up to in this room? And Viktor misses you. Yeah, you knew there was something.
Yeah.
Much deeper than just.
Well, you can have one-sided attraction. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, she's married to the guy. Not a loving relationship, I don't think in any way.
It was done by choice. So.
Yeah, but we'll find out more. I'm gonna guess.
But she was
pretty soon
trying. I mean, she tried every trick in the book to get out of there. She tried crying. Appealing to all the other, what's the word I'm looking for, cojones, to
the daughter, and then getting
the daughter
in the face, dude.
Yeah, and there was just no. I mean, she even had a gun to the guy, and nothing, and couldn't pull the trigger, I guess. So there's something there.
Well, I want to know what happened in between the him saying he'd take care of it and Jesse coming in the room, because they were seeming to have a heart-to-heart on the bed, and then she said you can't do anything to him. So
and she prevented him from killing him. So clearly, she either wants something from him or is using him to do something.
Well, and he may have information that they need. If he's this big kind of crime boss, which is what it seems like he is.
Maybe they're going to use him to try and take out the
Grail. Yeah,
the Grail or the Saint
of Killers, right?
Saint of Killers, thank you.
He is on his way. And by the way, in case anybody else missed it, the Saint of Killers uses the bicycle lane. So he's staying safe, not going into head-on traffic.
We did get Robert in the chat channel.
Not that it would stop him.
By the way, Robert's saying what's up.
Right on. What up,
and then
Robert?
He says, I always watch the show after you guys have the chat. And I'm like, backwards. Spoilers.
Well, yeah, we don't, that's the good thing is we kind of just talk about the fun stuff. And I think you still want to see it. So usually when you hear it from us, you still need to go out and see it. And one thing that we talk about every week is just how great the cinematography is in this show. and how great, Mess, you mentioned it earlier, how great the soundtrack is, and the way that for it being AMC, it's pretty crazy how well done this show is. I mean, hats off to them.
When I went to WonderCon 2 years ago when they was it last year? Maybe last year. I wasn't going to go to WonderCon, and then there was going to be a preacher panel with the first episode. And I was like, I'm going to WonderCon. I got to go just for that, because you said the whole being in love with Preacher. They asked the question. They kept asking, "Is this person going to be in it?" And the response was, "Do you want them to be?" And it was like, "Is this person going to be in it? Do you want them to be?" And they said, "Is there, what is AMC restricting you on?" And they said, basically, AMC says, "Do it. Do whatever you want. Go for it." So they're really letting them create the proper type of film, and you can see it. It's a little edgier than Walking Dead even is. I mean, even on the gore factor,
at times, yeah. I mean, there's been a few things in Walking Dead that have made me really just want to lose my lunch, But
once again, it's just a few things in Walking Dead. There's a lot of gore, and
but there's a lot of gore in this one. There is most definitely a lot of gore. Because when Walking Dead goes gory, it's pretty gnarly. We're not gonna lie,
It's eyes falling out of
eyes falling out. When Michonne beheaded that walker with the chain, the garroting with the chain and the head popped off. That was a little gnarly.
Yeah,
I'm sure we want to talk more Preacher.
Yeah, well, one of my other favorite moments from tonight was there was this speculation that Eugene and Hitler were going to be all buddy, and it seemed like it was going that way. And so when Eugene turns on him and does and like starts stomping his face in, so awesome, awesome.
You saw him,
thank you, Eugene.
Look at the
he was gonna buddy with him, but he was afraid of that hole.
Well, the whole because he looked at that camera with the thing that we're always watching you.
Yeah.
So he did what he had to do.
He didn't want to go in the hole.
Yeah.
I want to know the rest of Hitler's hell.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I'm gonna guess it's him. It's him offering the pictures to the dude and then getting totally rejected and made a fool.
It's possible. It's kind of a sad hell, but. That's your worst day.
Honestly, it's kind of a pathetic hell. That's his hell.
And he was.
I want pineapples. I demand pineapples. Okay.
And he was pretty panned for art in real life. Yeah. Like there's a whole movie about Hitler with John Cusack as his art dealer, and it's like the whole rejection for his art is what caused everything to happen. Mm-hmm. Somebody would have just said, "Yeah, your art's nice." None of this would have happened. That's the whole basis of the film.
Because it's like, I can't be an artist anymore. I guess I'm going to run Germany. Backup plan. Backup plan. But I was talking with someone on the drive home they were getting really philosophical because I was like, there's two schools of thoughts. One is, why make Hitler a character at all? And I'm like, well, it's Preacher, we're going to say, screw you, and make Hitler a main character. And we're going to make him a good guy that you kind of feel sorry for, because that's just what we do.
It's an interesting thing. This is a storyline that's new. So anybody that read the comics, they don't know what's going to happen with this hell thing because that's
exactly
non-existent. So it's nice.
But they were also saying like, okay, well, what if this hell is, you've got the scum of the earth in there, and they're in there, and eventually they see their hell so much they almost get rehabilitated, but then that's their hell, is now they're rehabilitated and they're nice and they're stuck in hell for eternity and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah. And that's what you're kind of seeing with some of those people that are there. They are more timid, and so, and it may be the fact that they're trying to do with Adolf as well, where he's like not wanting to fight back and stuff. But did you guys catch the little the throw to Santa Killers in the conversation between Arseface and the Warden?
No.
So it goes into the room and she's like, "What do you mean he's missing? How can he be missing?"
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they're already aware.
Yeah. So that he's made a jailbreak.
They're like, well, you better go find him, or yeah, you know who will be after us.
They did not, Robert. They did not stuff a pineapple.
No little Nicky yet.
No little Nicky.
We're still hoping that that preacher goes the little Nicky route on Hitler and has a shelf full of pineapples, different sized pineapples.
Oh, God. I hope they do that off camera and we just hear the screams, because I really don't need to see that.
Speaking of the little Nicky thing, wouldn't that be a pair in heaven? Put Art's face up next to little Nicky with his like.
Yeah. Release the cord.
Them trying to have a conversation with each other.
Or is that's Jesse's hell? The two of them having a conversation with each other and him trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah. What would Jesse's hell be? I wonder.
Oh, we'll get it. You will get it.
Yeah, we'll get it.
I'm sure. I'm sure it'll go there eventually. So.
And it may not be something that he personally did, but just stuff that he was
a part of. Yeah.
That will definitely come.
Well, we got a lot to look forward to. This was, like I said at the beginning, this was a kind of put the brakes on episode in a lot of ways. It slowed down from the first three, but we got a lot of subplots, which actually, leads us towards, the rest of the season in a really nice way. There's so many different kind of angles that are playing right now. That they're going to have to start tying up. So one of the things I love about this show is that it starts off right where it left off. They don't really leave you hanging on things like we saw with Tulip. I mean, it takes place right where it left us off. So hopefully we should see the start of episode 5 with Saint of Killers, and we should get to see
either that or it'll be
a very fun episode.
I have a plea for people that are watching this video.
Yeah.
If you know what Dennis is saying, type it in the comments, because I don't speak French and I want to know what he's saying.
Oh, yes.
Cassidy. And I tried looking it up online. I couldn't find it anywhere. People all over are asking, but there hasn't been an official translation.
You need to jump on Reddit.
Reddit asked too, and Reddit didn't have any official translation. So so if you guys,
I'm gonna get my Google Translator out and try to decipher it.
But I want to know if he's just really just bad mouthing Cassidy, or like, why are you people here?
And I want to know more about his character too. So I'm looking forward to hopefully we get to see
that's
more about that background.
Yeah, that's where I hope it picks up, is back at with Tulip in the bedroom, and
Well, yeah.
Well, the interpretation with Dennis is that people think that he's a minor character. You're not going to get a lot of depth into him and stuff. That's why you're not getting subtitles of what he's saying. That he's just there to kind of show the character of what Cassidy is underlying of the person that he shows himself to be. So
that's interesting too.
I got you.
Yeah, so that's what most people are thinking when you read about it online and stuff. So
okay,
gotcha.
So hey,
but I still want to know what he says.
Exactly.
Yeah, so definitely throw some comments there below. If you're first time watching us, hey, please subscribe. We've got a weekly podcast that happens every Friday. Mess 5150 is your host. I'm your co-host for that. That's at 8 p.m. Pacific time every Friday. We do Preacher every Monday. So you come back next week and we will have episode 5 recap, reaction, and just our thoughts on the episode. We have game nights all over the place. So you can always see videos for game nights.
Are we doing anything next Sunday night?
Next Sunday night. I don't know. Are we?
What's next Sunday night?
Season 7.
Game of Thrones.
You talk to the Big Papa Matt, and
you can bet your sweet butt I will be doing something.
Sounds like we may be doing a Sunday night Game of Thrones then. Well, looks like that might be happening.
I may be crying at some point. We don't know. That's the whole point.
I've got 7 seasons to catch up on, so
Bad.
Time to start binge watching, dude.
There's only 10 per season. That's only like 70
Get
episodes.
on it.
It's not,
But
it's not
they're
that
all
bad.
They're all an hour long though, so be prepared for 10 hours.
Yeah, but you got to remember this is the guy that caught up on 4 seasons of Arrow in like 2 weeks. So
Yes.
it'll happen.
Even Robert said it. Let me guess. Sunday there will be Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there you go.
They're even commenting.
If you
about
want it, we'll bring it. You know, that's what we're here for. You ask, you shall receive. So yeah, hey, and make sure you come out and check out our website, malice-corp.com. We've got Comic-Con coming up, so we got all kinds of stuff going on. Hey, tonight is also July 10th, which means tomorrow is July 11th, which means you're already late for the start of Amazon Prime Day. So I've already bought my stuff. I went and bought a PS4 DualShock controller for $39.99. So
nice.
Killer deal on a PlayStation controller. You can get all kinds of stuff like that on Prime. And what we would recommend to do, if you like us, go through our website, go into any of our articles, and on the bottom you'll see an Amazon link. You just click in there on that Amazon, and you can go and click on Prime and just start ordering whatever you want. And that actually helps us out. So we would love for you to go buy yourself some stuff, get some great killer deals. But yeah, let's hear where everybody can be followed. Go ahead, Mest.
First, before I had to wear this my True Blood shirt in tribute for the actor that played Lafayette.
Oh, yeah, that was really sad.
So just because
in my opinion, the only good thing about that show.
But yeah, if you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at @mest_MaliceCorp. I'll be having some of the D23 stuff on there too when we hit that on Friday. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Mest5150.
Awesome. SuperWhovianFreak.
Follow me on Twitter at SuperWhovianNut, and then you can follow me on Instagram too at SuperWhovianFreak.
Awesome. And you can follow me at BCON_MaliceCorp. You can follow the main MaliceCorp family at MaliceCorp, and you can follow our podcast at MaliceCast. So, hey, thank you for joining us. This service is adjourned. Go out in peace.
May peace be with you. Go find peace.
Be blessed.
Find peace. It's not the type of peace that.
Anyway, have a blessed week. Until next week, we will see you all for some more Preacher, but we'll see you before then, of course, for our weekly podcast. Thank you to Robert for joining us in the chat channel and for chatting up about some Game of Thrones, and he was chatting up about some True Blood and other stuff like that. So, hey, thanks for joining us as always. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, stay nerdy out there.
Stay nerdy.